For centuries, a monumental truth lay buried, not under layers of earth, but beneath layers of prejudice and disbelief. This is the story of Great Zimbabwe, an ancient African city so magnificent, so complex, that European scholars refuse to believe it could have been built by Africans. Welcome to African Roots, where we unearth the forgotten narratives that shaped our world. Prepare to challenge everything you thought you knew about African history, and join us as we journey back in time to uncover the true legacy of a civilization that defied colonial erasure. This isn't just history, it's a reclamation of identity, a testament to ingenuity, and a powerful reminder that the past is far richer and more diverse than we are led to believe. Nestled in the southeastern hills of modern-day Zimbabwe lie the awe-inspiring ruins of Great Zimbabwe. This is not merely a collection of scattered stones or simple dwellings. It is a sprawling, meticulously planned city built entirely of granite, without mortar, covering nearly 1,800 acres. Imagine a metropolis that, at its peak, was home to an estimated 18,000 people, a population comparable to many European cities of its time. Its most iconic structure, the Great Enclosure, is a marvel of ancient engineering. Its massive outer wall, a staggering 11 meters high and 5 meters thick in places, stretches for over 250 meters, forming an elliptical shape that defies simple explanation. Within this enclosure stands the enigmatic conical tower, a solid, mortarless structure rising 9 meters, whose exact purpose remains a subject of scholarly debate. Though it is widely believed to have held symbolic or ritualistic significance, the construction techniques employed here are extraordinary. The dry stone masonry, where precisely cut granite blocks are fitted together without any binding agent, showcases unparalleled skill. The walls are not just functional, they are works of art with intricate patterns and curves that speak to a sophisticated aesthetic. This was once the vibrant capital of a powerful kingdom, a thriving metropolis that flourished between the 11th and 15th centuries. It was a bustling center of trade, politics, and religion, connecting vast networks across Africa and beyond. From here, gold, ivory, and other precious goods flowed to coastal trading posts, reaching as far as China, India, and the Middle East. The sheer scale and complexity of Great Zimbabwe demand respect and admiration, yet for too long, its true origins were deliberately obscured. So, who were the master builders behind this architectural wonder, this testament to ancient African urbanism? The answer, unequivocally, is the ancestors of the Shona people, the indigenous inhabitants of the region. Archaeological evidence, meticulously gathered over decades, combined with rich oral traditions and rigorous linguistic analysis, all point to the Shona as the undisputed creators of Great Zimbabwe. These were not primitive tribesmen, but highly skilled stonemasons, ironworkers, and sophisticated traders. They harnessed the abundant natural resources of their land, particularly the vast gold deposits, to build a prosperous and influential empire that dominated the southern African plateau for centuries. The city's design, its intricate dry stone masonry, and the unique symbolism embedded within structures like the conical tower are deeply rooted in Shona cultural and spiritual beliefs. The chevron patterns on the walls, for instance, are found in traditional Shona art and represent fertility and prosperity. The entire layout of the city, with its hill complex, great enclosure, and valley enclosures, reflects a highly organized and advanced societal structure, complete with a ruling elite, specialized artisans, and a complex religious system. The Shona people developed advanced agricultural techniques, sophisticated metallurgy, and a complex social hierarchy that allowed for the mobilization of labor and resources for monumental construction. Their understanding of astronomy, their intricate trade networks, and their rich artistic traditions all contributed to the flourishing of this remarkable civilization. Great Zimbabwe was not an anomaly. It was the pinnacle of a long tradition of stone building in the region, a testament to continuous cultural development. Yet, when European explorers and archaeologists first stumbled upon Great Zimbabwe in the late 19th century, they were confronted with a reality that clashed violently with their deeply ingrained, racist, preconceived notions of African capabilities. The prevailing colonial ideologies of the time dictated that Africans were inherently incapable of such sophisticated construction, that they lacked the intelligence, organization, and technical skill to build anything beyond rudimentary huts. This racist dogma was a cornerstone of the colonial project, justifying domination and exploitation. Instead of acknowledging the obvious evidence before their eyes, the African artifacts, the local oral histories, the continuity with regional building traditions, European experts concocted elaborate and often fantastical theories. They attributed the ruins to mythical Phoenicians, ancient Egyptians, Arabs, or even the legendary Queen of Sheba, anything but the indigenous African people. Figures like Karl Marx, one of the first Europeans to discover the ruins, insisted that the builders must have been white, even claiming to have found evidence of a European origin. Richard Hall, another early excavator, actively destroyed layers of African artifacts in his search for non-African origins, effectively erasing crucial evidence. These theories, devoid of any credible archaeological or historical evidence, served a sinister purpose: to deny African agency, to strip the continent of its rich history, and to perpetuate colonial myths. Myths that portrayed Africans as primitive and incapable of self-governance or advanced civilization. This deliberate intellectual dishonesty effectively erased a crucial chapter of African achievement from global history, reinforcing the false narrative of a dark continent awaiting European enlightenment. The denial of Great Zimbabwe's African origins was not an academic oversight. It was a political act designed to justify colonial rule and suppress African pride. It took decades of rigorous scientific archaeological research, often conducted by pioneering figures who dared to challenge the racist establishment, to systematically dismantle these fabrications. One such figure was Gertrude Caton Thompson, a British archaeologist who, in the 1920s, conducted meticulous excavations at Great Zimbabwe. Her work was groundbreaking because, unlike her predecessors, she approached the site with an open mind and a commitment to scientific methodology. Her extensive findings, the pottery, the tools, the domestic items, the building techniques, provided irrefutable evidence. The artifacts were undeniably African, consistent with the Shona culture and other regional Bantu-speaking groups. She famously concluded that the ruins were unquestionably African in origin. Caton Thompson's work, along with that of later African and international scholars, definitively proved that Great Zimbabwe was an indigenous African creation. The evidence was overwhelming: carbon dating of materials, analysis of trade goods, and the study of architectural styles all confirmed the African authorship. This scientific truth was a powerful blow against colonial propaganda. It forced a re-evaluation of African history, demonstrating that complex, sophisticated civilizations had indeed flourished on the continent long before European arrival. Today, Great Zimbabwe stands not just as a collection of ancient stones, but as a powerful symbol of African ingenuity, resilience, and intellectual prowess. It is a monument to a rich and complex past that was deliberately obscured, a testament to the enduring power of truth in the face of prejudice. It reminds us that history is often a battleground, where scientific inquiry and cultural pride must fight against ignorance and systemic bias. Great Zimbabwe is far more than just ruins. It is a living beacon of African heritage, a powerful testament to the continent's profound and often overlooked contributions to human civilization. Its existence challenges us to look beyond simplistic, Eurocentric narratives that have dominated historical discourse for too long. It compels us to embrace a more inclusive, accurate, and nuanced understanding of our shared global past. The story of Great Zimbabwe is a story of resilience, of a people who built a magnificent city, developed complex societies, and engaged in extensive trade networks, all while facing attempts to erase their achievements. Today, Great Zimbabwe is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a source of immense pride for the people of Zimbabwe and for Africans worldwide. It serves as a powerful educational tool, teaching new generations about the brilliance of their ancestors and inspiring them to reclaim their rightful place in global history. By reclaiming its true story, we not only celebrate the architectural and societal brilliance of the Shona people, but also inspire future generations to explore, innovate, and build upon this rich legacy. It is a call to decolonize our minds, to question established narratives, and to seek out the hidden truths that illuminate the full spectrum of human achievement. Join African Roots as we continue to explore the incredible, often hidden, histories that define us, challenge misconceptions, and celebrate the enduring spirit of Africa. Subscribe to our channel to uncover more forgotten narratives and be part of a movement that reclaims African history, one story at a time.